Listen up. If you want to be a true high-value man that women crave, you need to stop pedestalizing them and catering to their every demand like some kind of lapdog. Too many guys out there are so desperate for female validation that they'll bend over backwards doing whatever a woman asks, no matter how ridiculous or demeaning. You think being an obedient little servant is going to make her desire you more? Wake up, fellas. By the end of this, you'll know the 12 things you should absolutely never do for a woman, even if she bats her eyelashes and flat out tells you to. Following this advice is the secret to becoming a high-status alpha male that females can't resist. Let's get started. Number 1. Don't give her free attention. Low-value, unconfident males are always trying to buy a woman's attention and validation by showering her with free attention. Compliments, favors, constant texting, you name it. A high-value king knows better than to carelessly dole out his time and energy free of charge to some entitled diva. If she can't reciprocate the attention and investment, she's just using you. Don't be a sucker. Number 2, don't try to impress her. Too many males bend over backwards, spending excessive money, time and effort trying to impress and win over a female through grandiose displays and demonstrations. A truly grounded, self-assured man doesn't need to foolishly waste resources proving anything to a woman. He has intrinsic confidence in his worth without resorting to showy games and gimmicks. Men of value remain unshakably self-possessed. Number 3, don't be her therapist. So many clueless males listen to every little emotional issue and insipid drama fest their female friend vents about for hours on end, acting as an unpaid, unappreciated therapist. Wake up. She's just using you as an emotional tampon while getting her actual intimacy needs met elsewhere. A high-value man has self-worth and better things to do than be some woman's surrogate mom or journal. Keep talks brief and avoid her emotional chaos. Number 4, don't let her control you. Guys, too many women say they want a nice, agreeable partner who follows their lead until they actually get one. Then they're inevitably turned off by the lack of strength and autonomy. You think the high-value businessmen, celebrities, and athletes that females swoon over let some broad dictate all their decisions and actions? Of course not. Make your own choices like a self-directed man. Number 5, don't abandon your boundaries. Women are masters at pushing men's boundaries in insidious ways, cajoling them to abandon principles and do things they're distinctly uncomfortable with, all in the name of making her happy. Once you cross that line for her, she'll promptly lose respect for your lack of integrity. High-value alphas don't yield their standards and fold their boundaries on a whim for the sake of placating a woman's entitlement. Number 6, don't revolve your life around her. Too many young men these days have zero sense of ambition, identity, or social circles outside of pathetically revolving their entire lives around whatever woman reluctantly gives them crumbs of attention and physical intimacy. They happily sideline their interests, hobbies, goals, and guy friends to chase the near-miss validation of being some female's obsessive orbiter. Women can sense this soul-crushing thirst from a mile away, and it's utterly repulsive. A man of high value doesn't alter the core of who he is for the sake of any female. Number 7, don't be a white knight. The average Western woman has her ego and sense of self-importance drastically inflated from daily exposure to hordes of desperate online simps, white knights, and orbiters blowing noxious clouds of unearned praise, flattery, and hollow compliments her way. This undeserved attention smoke gives them a warped, entitled mindset. A truly high-value, grounded man doesn't reflexively indulge in and enable this toxic ego fanning. Number 8, don't accept disrespect. Whether it's flakiness, rudeness, deception, mind games, or sheer unkindness, high-value alphas simply don't tolerate overt disrespect from their female companions. Low-status pushovers make endless excuses to forgive awful behavior, like, she's just having a bad day, or that's just how women are. Meanwhile, the high-value man who prioritizes mutual consideration instantly cuts off women who cross that line repeatedly. He doesn't grovel or settle for those who don't appreciate and honor him. Number 9, don't hopelessly buy affection. Here's a harsh truth. The 2 prime traits that arouse the deepest, most profound attraction in women are confidence and status social proof. Wealth and looks might get you some shallow gold diggers in the short term, but dangling money and assets won't make a high-quality woman truly crave and value you on a primal level. Countless obscenely rich, handsome celebrities get cheated on and divorced all the time by partners who never felt true devotion. High-value men cultivate organic internal worth and abundance, not paying for affection like beggars. Number 10, Don't tolerate manipulation. Women are masters of subtle and not-so-subtle manipulation tactics from a very young age. Pouting, playing dumb, using guilt, crying patterns, you name it. The second a high-value man detects these emotional ploys, he shuts them down immediately and refuses to play into the manipulation games. He sees through transparent attempts to garner pity and unearned sympathy. He's not so psychologically weak that he falls for childish, mind-warping techniques. Number 11, don't morally compromise. High-value, high-integrity men don't gradually corrode their principles and core virtues by indulging female partners who try to convince them to stray from their moral compass through persistent coaxing and rationalizing. Whether it's prolifically lying, cheating, hedonism, or anything else that would wound their conscience, truly grounded men hold fast to their ethical stances rather than slowly eroding them to keep a woman superficially interested or content through guilt and games. Number 12, don't relinquish male friends. As men get into serious relationships, far too many become willing to slowly disconnect from their core male friends and let those bonds atrophy and wither due to lack of effort, time, and priority. Whether by female design or just inexcusable personal weakness, they deprioritize their male tribe for the sake of clinging to a romantic partner. High-value men never fully relinquish their male platonic foundations for the sake of transient romantic companions. Their brothers take priority over flings and fragile mates. Number 13, don't pay for everything. Low-value, unconfident males are always trying to buy a woman's attention and validation by paying for everything. Meals, drinks, vacations, you name it. A high-value king knows better than to carelessly splurge and waste his resources showering some materialistic diva with free handouts. If she can't split the costs or at least put in equal effort, she's just using you as a human ATM. Don't be a sucker. There you have it, the 12 undebatable things a high-value man should never ever do for a woman, no matter how much pouting, pleading, or manipulation gets directed your way. Let this wisdom be a recentering anchor to remind you to resist pedestalization and reclaim your personal power. Will embodying and applying these tips inevitably require you to develop a titanium spine and shrug off intense societal pressures and guilt programming? Absolutely. Will you risk provoking outrage from chronically aggrieved mates who've become accustomed to entitled domestication? Certainly, but those are mere speed bumps for the self-actualized, unshakably grounded man who understands that bowing to such pressures means sacrificing the uncompromised essence of his personal sovereignty. Those with fierce inner confidence won't accept being molded into obedient utilities for female partners. They demand reverence and bring the abundance mentality to every mutual exchange. The choices are simple. You can resign yourself to being a pathetic beta male spineless servant, doing whatever contortions women demand to receive temporary pity validation. Or you can rise up and become an unwavering embodiment of high value and self-determination who refuses to grovel. No more self-sabotaging games of manipulation and surrender of your boundaries, identity, or deepest values for the sake of shallow quid pro quo acceptance. You're far too powerful and remarkable to abandon the essence of your truth and passion on the time-worn altar of female impeachment. Now get out there and implement these principles like the powerful, purpose-driven, visionary males you were destined to become. Stay resolute, gentlemen. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.